to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I finally tracked the man down after 2 shows, Mr. Adam Booth. What a performance from Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, tonight he started to show everyone what he can really do. And even what you saw tonight is still a fraction of the stuff I've seen. But he's overcome monumental sort of mental battles that led to his defeat before. And I've always believed that the only person that can beat Josh is Josh. And when he's just himself and he does his unique things, he's a very special talent. And tonight he got what he deserved.
When I was watching the fight, when Troy had him in the clinch, he was looking over at you, looking at the crowd, talking. Even when he was coming back after the round, wasn't taking his stool. You didn't even get in the ring. What was the thinking behind all that? Was that just Josh being comfortable? Was that Josh's comfort zone?
Yeah, so here's the thing. We've said that all you've got to do is what you do in sparring. You haven't even got to do all of it. Do 70% of what you do in sparring, and you're going to be special and you're going to show what you're all about. So all we did was just replicate everything that we've done in the gym, and we're confident enough to do that, where he said, okay, well, I'll stand up because my legs keep moving. That's where the flow continues, doesn't break the flow, and we stay with it. I said, if you get cut, I might need you to sit down, but the cut was on the top of the head. Dempo dealt with it standing up, and I just thought everything we talked about and everything we planned and expected played out nicely tonight.
That's what I was going to say. Game plan went to perfection.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, I didn't expect... Troy was rough on the inside, and he got away with a lot as well. You know, there's some refs that wouldn't let that much go on, but he did. And the takeaway from that is that, you know, Josh, he tried to rough him up, hit him low, hit him on the back of the head, hit him on the back, and it didn't stop Josh's flow. And that's what, you know, people are going to hope for, that they can get him out of his rhythm. And if, you know, a big, strong, rough dude like Troy can't get him out of his rhythm, it's going to take someone special to try.
I was looking at the British rankings right now. When you look at them, you've got Josh Kelly, Liam Smith's above Josh Kelly, then you've got guys like Ted Cheeseman and Mason Cartwright. Does Josh defend that British title, or is he above this British level now? Maybe you're going to start looking at that maybe European fringe world level for his next fight?
We don't know. We're going to take our time, honestly. Like, the British title was a beautiful thing to get in the bag, but we know where our sights are set, and it just depends now on enjoying this, come back in a new year and figure it out from there. But the one thing he's going to have, with that style, with that personality, with that level of exposure, his value's gone up, his stock's gone up. And the more your stock goes up, the more options you have. So we'll take our time and we'll look at what they are.
After sort of maybe the Venetian loss and the draw in Madison Square Garden, a lot of people maybe have wrote Josh off to become that world champion. He said he's not world level, he's not this, not that. Did this performance tonight against somebody like Troy Williamson, because we've seen his last performances. Troy's done tremendously well against Ted Cheeseman, Mason Cartwright, even Kieran Smith to get that British title. So has Josh, with this win, announced himself back on that world sort of scene?
If that's how people want to take it, we know what Josh can do, and we believe, and always have believed, even through the dark days, that he can fulfil his potential. And tonight was a big step on the start of that journey. But it's only the start of the journey, because he has so much more he can show. He's only going to get better.
Did he stay at welterweight too long? Because this weight he seems to be comfortable at this weight in terms of his last performance in Liverpool. He got a nice stoppage win against a tough opponent, and then obviously a lot of people hard to give Troy a round in that fight. So he's putting a masterclass there.
No, I wouldn't say he stayed too long at welterweight, because for the Evanescent fight he made weight really well. But he was growing, and obviously a lot of times nearly 2 years gone since then, and there's natural growth at his age, and he's a stocky fella. He's stocky and slick. So we made the decision, all right, let's see how you are at super welter. So I had him sparring with super middles, bigger fellas, and it showed that actually it's almost like he sees things even quicker as a super welter.
You're quite a calculated man. You're very, very calculated. So when you look at 2023, how do you map Josh's career? Like I said, is he at that fringe world level? You don't know what to do, but surely in your mind, you've got some plan for 2023.
Well, if I'm honest, no, because you need to understand, like when I said he's overcome monumental hurdles as a young man, and he's evolved, and everything that's happened through the dark, and what he's had to learn about himself, not just for boxing, but for life, is only going to make him better at everything he does. But what I wanted to see, can you do in a fight, that more than 50% of people think you're going to lose what you do in the gym. And that was all this was. Just go out there, have fun, and show what you do in the gym. He's now done that, picked up the British title, won nearly every single round. And now we'll go back, we'll look at it, we'll look at where we've gone with this, and we'll take our time. But like I said, like with his style, with his personality, and that level of exposure, we got options, so I'm not going to rush it.
I just want to touch on your gym right now. Harlem Eubank's doing very, very well. I mean, last week I think it was 1.18 million watched Harlem Eubank out. We don't know the numbers yet for Josh, so Channel 5 is getting great exposure for your fighters.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's phenomenal, and that's like the great days of terrestrial TV. And I hope that Channel 5 like have a plan to progress this, so that, because what normally happens is as these fighters get bigger and more popular, that they go to these other platforms to benefit financially. But I hope that Channel 5 have a plan so that they can actually grow and progress with the fellas.
Mick Conlan next week?
Yep. I can't take his after prize. We know what Mick wants. We know that the other fella doesn't want the rematch, so we got to just keep doing what we're doing. Because again, Mick's popular, right? He proved his point in the level that he's at, and it's just a matter of time. As long as he stays professional, does the job next week, and then we'll move on from there.
That being said, I know Mick, he wants the rematch with the other fella. I'm going to call his name Lee Wood. He wants that rematch with Lee Wood, but is it probably the easiest route is to go after the other world champions who's got that carrot or that other piece of the puzzle to wave in front of Lee Wood and say, listen, I've got this, let's do it?
Possibly, but like I said, he wants the rematch because he wants to beat the man that got the win over him. But if that's not there, we're not going to be obsessed and chase it. He's still got his life, his career, his journey, and he'll crack on and see what happens after next week. But the first thing is, he's got to do a job on Guerfi, and then we'll take it from there.
Adam, I know you're a great coach. I'm looking to get on this you know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm looking to get on this this Misfits card, and I need a good coach. I need somebody that can take me to that. I'm already at a great level, but I need to be greater. Are you cheap? And can you be my coach?
Listen, I've tried coaching one of your outfit before, and it didn't go anywhere.
Was it Coogan?
So if you can promise me that you can be at least 10 times better than that, we can have a chat.
Well, let's do it. I'm holding you to that. Right, listen. Listen. One final one on Josh Kelly. Where does that rank in sort of like fighters that you've trained and winning a title?
It's a personal thing. Like, this British title feels like a world title because of the journey that he's been on over the last 2 years, and it's as good as anything. It's because we're so close and we've got such a tight knit team, and we're all in it together. Even when everyone else doubts that this is going to go anywhere, we're in it together, and that's the ultimate satisfaction, to share this moment with someone that's so special.
Adam, thank you so much for doing this interview for IFL TV, but we still need to do a special interview that we've got planned with the pad work and whatnot. I think that would be great for numbers. We'll do it one day. We need the cameraman though.
Yeah, as long as Coogan films it, we'll do it.
Yeah, you hear that, Coogs?
Done.
He's a done deal. Adam, well done, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, Adam.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.